Welcome back to more Skyrim with Requiem, playing on the Khajiit Ranger. This is Thanatos Gaming, and up to character level 10, and it seems like about the right time to just go ahead and do Bleak Barrow. My character is a Talos worshipper, so I would really benefit a lot from being able to use some shouts. So yeah, let's just go do it. Character level 10 is maybe a little bit low level for... depending on what your build is exactly, I suppose. It can be a little bit low if you haven't really hit your stride for your powerful skills yet. But this character is pretty combat focused, so I feel, you know, pretty decent about my chances. And I guess I'm a little lighter on potions than I would really like to be. I'm also eating a few more arrows than I would really like to be, so I'm going to back up a little bit. And let this guy come to me. Just get my health recovered a little bit. And then, I guess, because of the weather conditions, I can't really see where these guys are very effectively. But, yeah, taking advantage of the Khajiit movement speed to get in and out of those big swings from that guy pretty easily. And now we just gotta pick off the archers. And I'm just checking these guys for loot just on the off chance that one of them has a potion of insight, because that can happen occasionally, as uncommon as it is, but it can happen. So, just on the off chance of that. And now we've got a mage. But by stunning him with the crossbow and then finishing him off with the axe, good game, no replay. Alright, so that's the outside of the Barrow. Let's see what awaits us inside. So, no joke, I think I've probably done Bleak Barrow more than like 99.99% of Skyrim players, and it's not just because I played the game a lot, but one of the early videos I made as I started getting back into YouTubing was basically a speed run through this area, and so I feel pretty good about my techniques for getting through this zone, even though Requiem makes it a little bit more challenging. Yeah, I feel pretty well prepared for it, and it's very nice to have gotten to pick up both some healing poultices as well as the scrolls off of that. And if I needed it, there would be this silver katana over here. However, I don't need it. Let's just see if there's anything in here. It's funny, because I can bash open apprentice locks, but apparently not this novice lock. And there's our potion of insight. I'm just going to take a quick nap here. Get my stats up, let's have a bestial stew, and then on we go. Anyways, after playing through Bleak Barrow many times, I have a pretty good idea of how to do it quickly, and I do want to go through this zone at a pretty good pace, because everyone has seen it a bunch of times, and trying to do it quickly just adds a little bit more fun and a little bit more excitement to it for me. So as we step up to these roots right about here, that will trigger this guy to go and pull the lever. And this is usually actually a pretty high level bandit. And it's two rotations, one rotation, and wrong. Alright. And that's another potion of insight. Very nice. One cool thing about 3Tweaks is it makes finding stuff like skill books suddenly a lot more exciting than it would be otherwise, because skill level ups are something you actually have to work for pretty hard. So, pretty cool. Now I guess we can play peekaboo with the spider if we need to. I don't think I'm quite combat capable enough still to just go up and melee this guy. However, I also don't want to burn through all of my silver bolts just to kill this guy, and turns out my armor is high enough that I didn't actually get hit by him very hard.
Over here.
Remember to pick up the golden claw. And I'm just going to wait for a second and let my stamina come back up before I dive through this next area. And in 3Tweaks, where skill EXP is not really a thing, there's really not much reason to actually fight all of these Draugr, which can take a really long time. It'll burn up pretty valuable health potions, which I don't have as many of as I would like. So yeah, I'm just going to run past these guys. And some of them can cast frost spells at you, so it's important to actually move at a good pace and get beyond their reach before they're fully woken up. And oh my god, that was kind of on the greedy side for me, and now I'm getting punished for it a bit. But on the plus side, I got a potion of insight out of it. Okay, now this guy has gotten close enough that we actually have to kill him. And yeah, this is the reason I didn't feel the need to pick up the silver katana, is because we've got the Dawnguard war axe, and that thing just absolutely slaughters Draugr. And all that work, and we get a whole lot of nothing. There's my potion of insight, and a honed ancient Nord sword of cold, war axe of frost. That's actually pretty good. I think that's worth keeping for after I get through here. And before I continue, I'm just gonna fix my hotkeys real quick. Get my Dawnguard war axe on 1, and my crossbow on 4, and the torch is basically always the correct weapon in these situations, I think, because you don't really want to be blocking attacks from these Draugr, because you'll run out of stamina before they do. Slightly unfortunate that there's so little charge available in the Dawnguard war axe, as it would be really nice to be able to keep using it for a while. And yay, another potion of insight. And this is just a bonus of the Khajiit racial ability. Very handy for getting some of these early chests. Alright, in we go. My health does not seem to be regenerating very quickly, and maybe I just have to not be so greedy. Just take down a healing potion. I was looking to see if I had a potion of regeneration, but I don't. Alright, I thought there was a potion of some sort over here. Yeah, there's that potion of resist frost. That might be handy. Whoa, I was wondering where that was. And I think I'm just going to make use of these swinging blades for a second, because I woke up more of those guys than I would have really wanted to, so I'm just going to hang back for a second. Yep, send the undead fleeing back into the blades. Pure strategy right there. Alright. And here we are at the Draugr Marathon. I think we just want to start drawing them back down the stairs, hopefully not all at once. Little low on the stamina already, so I gotta back up. Okay, just getting the spacing just right on those guys. Let's try not to eat an arrow in the face while my stamina recovers. And just got a chance to recharge a little bit. Let's try and draw some more of these guys down. And I really just want to have them come one or two at a time, otherwise it turns into a big mess. Still no potions of insight on the Draugr. And because the Draugr get a damage bonus for using Ancient Nord weapons, actually hits really, really hard relative. I mean, you would think from how quickly these guys go down that they wouldn't be that threatening, but their damage is actually much higher than it would appear to be. I have one death in this area so far, just as a result of being sloppy about one of these archer guys who comes up with an axe and just hits me and I die instantly. So, trying not to do that. Okay, so there's the guy who's got cold magic, who I'm going to back up a little bit for. And if I can get him, and just as right as he comes around the corner, I think that's where I want to be. Okay. And I've got a little bit of magic resist from my gear, as well as from a perk in Alteration, which made that not quite as bad as it would have been otherwise. But yeah, two of these guys just in lockstep with each other is not really where I want to be. Did I just get hit with another arrow? I couldn't even really see where that came from. Whew, okay. Now I think that's the whole crowd cleared out. I'm going to give myself a second to recover and then go and claim the final prize. Alright. After that little lesson in paying attention to your surroundings... Wow, 6 potion of insight, that's awesome. And we're just not going to let that guy really get in for any kind of a fight. So we get another potion of insight, Ancient Nord Sword of Frost, I'm not that interested in, but that was a successful run. 6 more potion of insight, wow. Okay, so let's just check the loot real quick. 19 potion of insight, that's that's pretty remarkable actually. That's gonna probably be worth maybe as much as 2 levels, which will set me up very nicely for where I want to go next. And just to give a quick look at where I've put my points so far, I've invested pretty heavily into Alteration. I've got this Empowered Alterations perk, even though I don't have enough mana to empower anything yet, but I guess I'll need it eventually. Smithing, I'm going to go up along the left side sooner or later. Block, probably one of my next perk points will be over here to make my shield wear less and get some elemental resist on that. That'll help my defenses. One-handed, I've just gone up into War Axe focus. I'll just take a couple, probably take another weapon mastery perk sooner or later. Not doing any archery, and then evasion. I want to get up over here and into agile spellcasting so that I can actually start making better use of my spells, but that's pretty much it for how the character is going. I'm happy with the progress so far. Stick around if you're enjoying this series. Hit subscribe. Still more to come.